Beats Planet.
What up? What up? What up? What's happening, y'all? Voch Lombardi, Doski Woski, the Peasky Whiskey is free. Doing a little live streaming. I promise I wasn't. I was just gonna be a civilian tonight. I was gonna chill, mind my business. I was actually watching a little film because I have a live draft show that I'm going to be doing. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Not this Thursday, Friday, but like draft day. Like I'm gonna be doing full draft day coverage. I fully expect to be live for 7 hours. Pre-show, draft show, post-draft show, call it in, taking your reactions and all that. So I will be very busy with that. So since I'm being live and I got to do a lot of research, you know what I mean? I gotta study these players and learning what position group is deep and what's shallow. And I'm really getting a good idea for this draft class. And what's happening is I'm discovering plenty players that I like. You know what I mean? I'm discovering guys that the draft Illuminati's not talking about. I'm discovering guys that aren't popular, haven't gotten big name recognition in the draft. I'm just studying these guys, and boy, it's a lot of people that I like. You know? So if I was a fan and I had no idea where these players were placed, if somebody just walked up to me and say, yo, Voch Lombardi, Kalen Saunders is dope, and I watch a highlight tape of Kalen Saunders, I'll go, I like him. I'll take him early in the draft. But you do a little more research. You watch other defensive tackles. You watch guys surrounding him, and you may like Kalen Saunders, but boy, you may like 12 guys more than him. You know? That's why I always try to encourage people to do your homework. Study the class as a whole. Don't just listen to what the four-letter network is saying, because, damn, Stephen A. Smith don't watch film neither. You know what I mean? I always encourage people to do their own work. And where I see this popping up in the fandom, the Dallas Cowboy fandom, because that's the kind of show I'm about to do right now, where I see this popping up in the fandom is that when these beat writers give you names, boy, do we get attached to those names, boy. We get attached to those names and we don't study no damn body else. When it's time to talk about safety, all you hear people talk about is Juan Thornhill, Taylor Rapp, and you may hear Darnell Savage every now and then. But if you do a little more research, Amani Hooker ain't bad. Mike Bell ain't bad. Will Harris ain't bad. But you got to know these guys, you know? Oh, Voch, I want Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to come play free safety for the Cowboys. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson probably going to play nickel corner for somebody. But we get so caught up in the talking points. We don't do our own homework. It's like, I see why a lot of people don't really do good in school. You know what I'm saying? Because instead of doing homework on your own, you would rather somebody else do the homework for you. And I see why teachers get pissed off. Boy, I couldn't see it when I was in school. Oh, when I was in school, I didn't understand why a teacher was so pissed off. Oh, but I get it now. Nobody wants to do the work. Nobody wants to do the work, but instead we want to poke our chest out and have an opinion. It's fine to have an opinion. At least know what the hell you talking about before you poke your chest out. You know? I see a question. This is a perfect example right here. Y'all, watch this. Dominic Edinburgh. What's up, bro? You don't want to settle at offensive line, so why settle at safety, Voch? Cool. I'll explain to you with a gang of logic because I thought this through. If you look at how the draft is structured, and if you look at the players that are here and how they're gonna fall, offensive line is gonna run out quick. Safety is gonna run out less quick than offensive line. Okay? If you look at fourth, fifth, or sixth round skill players and ask yourself, why are they there? They may be small, but they cover good. Or they can't play on the outside, but they're fantastic in the slot, So they may fall around the two. If an offensive lineman fall to the fourth round, they weren't good in the first place. In terms of safety, you only need two of them. Maybe one, depending on your scheme. In terms of offensive line, you need 5. A pass rush can make your safety look good. If 4 of your offensive linemen look good, but your right guard is trash, boy, your right guard is trash. A little bit of research never hurt nobody. A little bit of thought, you know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm settling on safety. I'm just thinking of best case scenario. And I actually pulled out some note cards and I prepared a little bit of thought for y'all today so y'all can, so we can kind of get a little thought exercise going. But I'm thinking best case scenario. Also, Dominique Edinburgh, that's a dope way to spell your last name, by the way. Let me ask you a question, Dominique Edinburgh. If I was to ask you which unit last year needed more help, which unit would you say? If I say one of the units, offense or defense, what I'm saying. If I say one of the units last year was top 10, but the other was like bottom 10, which one would you say we need to fix? If one unit had 2 bad games, but the other unit had, 15 bad games? Which unit would you want to fix? We would fix the offense that can't score. Before or after Amari does not matter because we would still struggle in the red zone. Amari Cooper played versus the Indianapolis Colts. We couldn't score in the red zone. Amari Cooper played versus the LA Rams. We stalled in the middle of the game. Amari Cooper played versus Seattle Seahawks. We really didn't get that thing going. We get stagnant. We're constantly stagnant on offense because there's no consistency there. If there's no consistency there, why not fix it? If you want to upgrade at safety, I totally understand. But the safeties weren't terrible last year. They weren't great, but they weren't terrible. Dak got sacked 58 times last year. Boy, that's a lot. Somebody's going to say, well, Voch, what about the sacks that's on Dak? Okay, cool. Out of 58 sacks, I'll say what? Let's say 15 were on Dak. Everything else was on the offensive line, fam. Everything else. Plus, if Dak's going to be your quarterback, because I think he's a fantastic quarterback. If Dak's going to be your quarterback, why don't you just give him all the help he can get? If Zeke is going to be your running back, why don't you just give him all the help that he can get? If Zeke looks so exhausted last year, and you say, boy, maybe we need a second running back. Why won't you give that second running back all the help he can get? Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Because we know Ezekiel Elliott can get hit on the 0, and he'll turn that thing into a 3-yard gain. Will our running back number 2 be able to do that? I don't know. I know some people say a better safety can help the defense. I agree. A better safety can help the defense. You want to know something else that'll help the defense? Scoring points. Scoring points, making a team play from behind will greatly help the defense. You want to know what would have helped us in the Rams game? What would have helped us stop the run in the Rams game? Make them throw the ball. Want to know how to make a team throw the ball? Score points and make them play from behind. If you think about how good our defense was able to give an offense good field position, and we were still a top 10 defense. Our offense got the ball at the 20 every time, and they would have to drive and drive and drive. Sometimes they'll get the ball at the 50, but we would still stall a little bit. Why won't you make the offense a juggernaut, score points, and make Jared Goff throw the ball? Oh, my God, we can't stop the run. Make him throw the ball. You want to know how you make him throw the ball? Score points. Especially because your quarterback got sacked 58 times. You know what I'm saying? Another thing defending my stance here, Voch has never once said, I don't want to draft defensive tackle. The Mark Holmes Illuminati will make you think that. And I'll tell him to his face. I do all the time. The Mark Holmes Illuminati will have you thinking Voch don't want to draft a safety. Voch don't want to draft a defensive tackle. No, that's not the case because I understand the needs of the team. I just watch enough film to know where you can get guys and where guys won't be. Voch, will there be a good offensive lineman in the 4th round? Nope. Will it be a good defensive tackle in the 4th round? Yep. Absolutely. Voch, can you get offensive lineman in the 3rd? Sure. He won't be good enough to start, though, but you can get one. Okay. Can we get a good defensive tackle in the 3rd? You sure can. And the MH Illuminati will have you thinking that I only want to draft offensive line because I played offensive line. That's not the case. I want to draft offensive line because I think we need offensive line. Let me just tell you something about each of our offensive linemen. Tyron Smith wakes up in the morning with a lot of back problems, fam. I don't care about the yoga he does in the offseason. I don't care about the extra stretching. I don't care about the Michael Jordan secret stuff bottle that they pass around in the training room. Tyron Smith back goes out and he says ouch sometimes. I would like to move Connor Williams to right tackle. I think La'el Collins is trash. It's not that he's not a talented player. I just think that a small intricacy of his game just ain't there. And it seems like something that he can't learn because he hasn't learned it. La'el has had this problem since 2015. If you don't believe me, I did an hour-long film session on La'el Collins in 2015 when he was playing left guard. Call in, Swaggy D. If I'm tripping, that's what this show is for. Call in. The number's on the screen. I want to talk to you. I think Connor Williams is a fantastic tackle. I think La'el Collins misses with his hands. Even when La'el Collins plays guard, he misses with his hands. I think Xavier Su'a-Filo is trash, and I've done a video on how trash Xavier Su'a-Filo was. Cam Fleming is trash. I've also done a video on how trash Cameron Fleming was. It's just that when you win games, you let shit fly. When you win, it's cool. We beat the Saints. But Dak got sacked 6 times versus the Saints. We beat the Eagles. Dak got sacked 5 times versus the Eagles. You know? What about Travis Frederick? We don't know if he's going to come back healthy. Just as fast as he missed time, just as fast as he can come back and not make that time up. You know what I'm saying? Just as fast. Swaggy D, I'm not being hard-headed. Let's exchange opinions. I want to factually, I want to have a constructive conversation exchanging opinions, Swaggy D. Call into my show, and I promise I won't even scream. I just want you to logic your way through this so I can logic my way through this. We don't know if Travis is going to be healthy. Sure, Travis said he's going to be he said he's going to be good to go, but we don't know how this disease works. We don't know. Zach Martin is fine. He's good to go. I ain't got no problem with Zach Martin. He's good to go. So out of our 8 or so offensive linemen that are going to be on the last roster, I only really got full-time faith in one of them. Tyron Smith is a gangster. It's just what's going to happen when he doesn't play. Joe Looney did a very admirable job as a backup center, but he got exposed sometimes. Joe Looney couldn't move people. Joe Looney couldn't get to second level. Joe Looney wouldn't kill you. Joe Looney worked pretty well with combos. Joe Looney stalemated a lot, but you saw the lack of movement. You saw the lack of getting to second level. You saw this. And I just feel like we're one bad situation away from going, damn, we need offensive line help. And I feel like the fan base doesn't want to draft offensive line until we scraping a quarterback off the turf or Adrian Claiborne got 6 sacks. 972, what's happening? Who this?
What up, bro? It's Dominique.
What's up, Dominique? I would like for you to defend your draft opinion, sir.
Alrighty. So, personally, I feel like, number one, we got to do something with the safety position because I am not comfortable rolling through the season with a Jeff Heath. Now,
sure.
I 100% hear you out on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do something about it because, obviously, that getting sacked 58 times is not acceptable.
Facts, sure.
What we have to do, though, if we can shore up, I know, and hear me out, our defense is shored up. I know it.
Sure.
But if we can get
look,
top of the defense.
Look, fam, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but our defense short than a motherfucker. They positive.
I know, but I want our defense to be number one. I want no fly zone.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
If they can't score on us, then teams, if you can't score on us, then what can they do?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Now, I've been really, following your page. I'm a huge fan or whatever, but I've been looking at a lot of the prospects. I've been looking at the offensive line, and like you said, a lot of the talent drops off after the second and the third. So, I mean, I don't really have anybody in range. I've been doing lots of mocks. I've been doing, studying teams' visits. I don't even know we could really use that. We could plug and play that would be in range at 58. So that's part of the reason why I want to go safety, anyway. Okay. And I don't even want to go defensive line at 58. That's just too much of an investment there. But
so
yeah, I just think safety is just it's the easy choice right now.
I feel you. So let's have a discussion. I'm not gonna scream. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions just to kind of gauge where you at. How much film have you watched on the safeties this year?
I've watched a lot of film on the
Plenty
safeties.
film. Okay, how about this? If I can get you Elgin Jenkins from Mississippi State, who I consider a starter at 58. If I can get you Darnell Savage at 90, would you take him?
If I could get Darnell Savage, at 90, I could work with that for sure.
Okay, but watch this though, because let me just be fair, because I'm trying to take both sides here, right? Let's say Darnell Savage is not there, even though I think he will be, because he's kind of small or whatever, and teams may like length and he may fall. Let's just say he's not there. Have you watched film on Amani Hooker from Iowa?
Yeah.
If I can get you Amani Hooker at 90, would you take him?
I would. I mean, but at the same time, the only reason why I want to take that premium talent at 58 is because I don't really think that those guys are going to be there. It's a good chance that they will. I don't know that they will, so I want to take my guy at 58 when I know I can get him. You know what I'm saying?
If Savage and Hooker are on the board at 90 and you took a safety at 58, I would be sick.
I completely agree.
Because watch this though.
I've been doing mocks and I've been doing other, just through different channels. Mm-hmm. And when you go up and get that guy at 58,
sure,
and another guy that's really at Darnell Savage at 90 is more of a value guy. It's a more of a valuable pick.
Because I tell you what, watch this. watch this. Think about this, right? Think about more than just the pick. Think about the value that you lose, right? So watch this. If you let's say we take Taylor Rapp at 58. I don't think he'll be there, but for the sake of the exercise, let's say we got Rapp at 58. You cool with that pick?
That's my pet cat, so yeah, I agree. Okay.
Okay, cool. This is what you lose at offensive line. We go from Elgin Jenkins to maybe like Bobby Evans or something. You know what I mean? And,
like a Ben Powers or something like that.
And that makes my back hurt a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you looking at defensive tackle help, right? You would go from a guy like Draymond Jones to a guy like Isaiah Buggs. You see what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't like Isaiah Buggs at all.
And those are the type of guys that we have there. Trust me, I'm not blowing hot air. I'm not being emotional. I've really thought this through. I wrote out a lot of scenarios, and trust me, I love Taylor Rapp. I love Nazir Adderley. I love Juan Thornhill, but I will take a loss there. Because I really like Darnell Savage, and I really also like Armani Watts Hooker, and I will take those guys at 90 to be able to have a better player at 58. I'll even take Draymond Jones at 58 if Elgin Jenkins is not there. You see what I'm saying? You just got to look at what you're missing when you're drafting somewhere, and I think if you take safety first, you lose everywhere else. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I completely agree, bro. I completely agree.
Gotcha.
All right, bro. I appreciate you letting me on the show, man. Thanks. It's my first time on, so I'm a huge fan. Keep up the good work, bro.
Absolutely, man. Fantastic conversation between me and you. Salute, brother.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Yep. See how easy that is, y'all? I didn't scream at nobody. I simply asked a few questions to kind of see where your head is at. You know what I mean? And then I just made my points. That's all. Now, will the Cowboys draft the offensive lineman at 58? I sincerely believe it comes down to the board and who's there. I think if an offensive lineman was the best player on their board, then I fully expect them to take that guy. But I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just simply making my statement. And for anybody that disagrees with me, Swaggy D, I'm just kind of putting my thoughts out into the atmosphere, so y'all not just thinking I'm blowing hot air. Y'all ain't just thinking I'm being emotional about it, or I played offensive line, I coached offensive line, I'm all in for offensive line. Because to be fair, if we draft the offensive lineman and put him at left guard and put Connor at right tackle, I'm not going to want an offensive lineman next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we'll be straight at offensive line. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to call into the show to make your case, the number is 515-606-5187. The access code is 309104. The number's in the description. You heard me say it. It's on the screen. Let me make sure it's on the screen. It's on the screen. Plus, my wife Nene will throw that thing up in the chat box somewhere for y'all to see it if y'all want. We got a new caller. Let's have a conversation with him. 248. Who this?
Man, this is Luke G, man, from Luke G's Field Review.
What's up, man? Now, listen. You caught me in a very great mood because I don't feel like screaming at nobody tonight, right? But go. Wait, time. So Luke G is what you say? Luke?
Yep, Luke, Luke G from Luke G's Field Review.
Okay, cool. Everybody check out Luke G Film Review. Check that channel out. Okay, Luke G, defend your draft ideology, sir. Go ahead.
All right, now in terms of the Dallas Cowboys,
sure.
I think personally that y'all first pick should most definitely be safety, and I think you're going to have to trade up to get the safety that you want.
Okay.
And to me, when I go through and I look at what y'all brought in free agency and George Ioka, I mean Xavier Woods, he okay, but when I go through and I just look at the actual team, the only player to me that makes the most sense for you guys in terms of ball skills is Thornhill, in my belief.
Okay.
Now, if for some reason, let's say all the safeties are off the board, hypothetically, right?
Sure.
Hypothetically,
sure.
I definitely think Dallas needs to address an area that I don't think that they truly have committed to, and that, in my opinion, is a backup running back to Ezekiel Elliott.
Okay. I'm not gonna scream, Luke G, but you're suggesting that we draft a backup running back before a starting offensive lineman, Luke G, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
Holy shit.
Your point that you made earlier about not taking the offensive lineman, not being there in the fourth round, that's true. Yeah. But once y'all gave that first up for Amari Cooper, now you have to understand that the offensive line was good enough to get you to the playoffs.
Sure.
And so the only thing that I noticed that was different was when they took out Zeke, your offense got stagnant from what I can see. Even when y'all played my Detroit Lions.
I wonder why. But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, but even when y'all played my Detroit Lions, and, even though the Lions gave the game away, but even when y'all played us, I was looking like, hey, shut down Zeke, and they would bring in Smith. I was like, man, nobody worried about Rod Smith. It's just like when the Lions bring in Theo Reddick. Ain't nobody thinking about Theo Reddick. So what I started noticing was there was no more dynamic past that. And this idea that y'all can use this workhorse is not going to work. So for me, I know it seems crazy, but I think having a two-headed rushing attack makes it that much harder on defenses. I know it's out of the box for what y'all team do, but when I watch film and and stuff like that, I notice that too often, the minute you shut that run down, y'all get real suspect on offense.
Let me ask you a question then, Luke G. Let's
talk about it.
What has your Detroit Lions done the past 2 years on offense?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They've had terrible offensive coordinator, terrible coaching. It's been a bunch of terrible moves in that department. But those things were. I mean, if you were honest about that game, the Lions, Kerryon Johnson was killing y'all the first half. How he get the ball one time the second?
The answer I was looking for was you guys added a ton of offensive linemen. You added about 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? Just over 2 years or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I would say
we added Taylor Decker.
And I would say that you guys ran the ball a little better this year than y'all ever have. And I think that's because you've added offensive line. Let me ask you another question, Lou G. Have you watched film on Lael Collins lately?
Oh no, you listen. You ain't gonna get me to lie. I'm with you. I think he's trash. I say he's trash.
If he's trash, why do you want to upgrade a backup and a player that's good to just to keep playing a player that's trash? Don't you want to fix the trash first?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The natural reaction is to fix the trash. You have some trash all over that team. I mean, the fact that you had Jeff Heath, that was trash. You went out and got George Ioka. That ain't that much of an upgrade. I mean, let's be honest.
You don't watch the Cowboys very close, so I'm not gonna really scream at you right now.
Oh no! Listen. My best friend's a Cowboys fan. Every time the Cowboys come here and play the Detroit Lions, we go to those games, get the best seats and everything. So I watch them closely so I can talk to my homie about them. And I'm telling you, what I've noticed was in those games, just because you need that lineman, I think that you have to look at what's going to give you that added oomph. And to me, the added oomph is either going to be safety or running back. If you take that lineman in the second round, in my opinion, if you take that lineman in that second round, it's not like you're about to come up and just have this great lineman. Because you got round 3, you got round 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to still have opportunity to get those linemen. The problem is you have to ask yourself the question, what gives you the most added value? And to me, it's safety and running back.
Okay, shouts out to you watching the game live and being up close or whatnot. But we got this thing called film where I get to rewind and shit. You know what I'm saying? And based on me rewinding and watching again, and look, even if I missed it, I can rewind that shit again. And every time I rewind it, Lael Collins was missing with his hands, or he was false starting, or his feet were out of position, or his upper half was out of position. You just, with a straight face, and I can't see your face, but I'm imagining you with a straight face. You with a straight face just said your safety is competent, your tackle is trash, and you want to draft a running back that's going to sit on the bench, and you want to draft a damn safety that may or may not come in and start over Jeff Heath over drafting an offensive lineman that's trash. What if I can tell you?
No.
What if I can tell you? No, you let me talk. I let you talk. You let me talk. What if I could tell you that the extra oomph you may need is drafting a damn offensive lineman? What if you couldn't get pushed last year? What if your offense was trash because Xavier Su'a-Filo was playing? What if your offense was trash because when it was pivotal, Lael Collins would choke on you? That ain't pivotal to you? That ain't bang to you? You want to know what's not bang to me? My second running back sitting on the sideline. That's no bang for my buck. Drafting a running back to damn sit down and get 12 plays a game. 12 plays a game ain't bang for me. Go ahead.
Well, you gotta also take into account this part of it too. Like in terms of the idea of having your bang, y'all finna go through a very interesting year with contracts with a number of players. Clearly, Zeke ain't going nowhere.
Lael one of them. Lael's one of them.
Absolutely. But the problem that I'm pointing out to you is more so associated to the approach. The idea is you're going to be able to get those quality linemen in the third round. You say to yourself, you can find. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it now becomes, can you find that quality safety in the third round? Can you find that quality backup running back in the third round?
You watch film?
I don't think it's a lot of running backs.
You watch film?
Huh?
You watch film?
Absolutely.
And you're telling me that you can't find me a quality second running back in the fourth round? That's what you're saying to me?
Based on all the running backs that I took a look at, I'm telling you that absolutely. You got to look at the teams who are looking at running backs right now. The Bears, the Vikings, the Green Bay Packers, the Jets. There are a lot of teams who are going to have a run of running backs in that second round. And what you're going to see is in the second round, they're going to come off like gangbusters, man. It's going to be a fire sale going on because they're going to have this long run.
So
running back.
So Rock Armstead, Karan Higdon, L.J. Scott, Alex Barnes, Jordan Scarlett, Justice Hill. Those guys ain't shit to you because they about fourth round picks.
Oh no! Listen. I guarantee you they don't. Most of those guys don't make it to the fourth. They just don't. Like I can tell you right now, in the NFC North alone, they're looking for a running back.
If 15,
and in the NFC East,
go ahead.
In the NFC East, they're looking for a running back. I know the Vikings brought in. Even when I look at the Vikings visit list, they brought in multiple running backs. I look at the Eagles visiting list. They just traded for Jordan Howard, and they still going to add another running back. And then you go to the Giants. Yeah, they got Saquon, but they add another running back.
God.
I think that you're going to see a run of those in the second round. You might as well get your running back who can come in and give some relief to Ezekiel Elliott.
There's absolutely going to be a run on running backs. I totally agree. So let's look at first round. There may be 1 to 0 running backs going in the first round. Okay, let's say there's a run. There's a run in the second round. How many running backs you think go in the second round? Like 5, 6?
You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna probably say about seven, maybe 7 to 8. Honestly.
So 9 guys gonna go in the first 2 rounds. How many running backs you think go in the third? 5, 6, 7?
Probably about 5 or 6. Yep.
So I can't count. That's about what, 15, 17? If 17 running backs go in the first 3 rounds, we going to get a gangster at safety. Somebody's falling somewhere. There's no possible way Jordan Scarlett, L.J. Scott, Karan Higdon, Alex Barnes, there's no way guys like that come off the board in the third round. Rock Armstead, those guys are 4th round guys. You can get running backs later. I'm not spending a 2nd or a 3rd round pick on a player that's only going to get 13 plays from me. Not going to be able to do it. Not.
Listen, I totally get what you're saying. I know that my view is going to be unpopular, right? But what I do, even on my own channel, what I do is I don't go by the consensus, majority consensus.
Likewise.
What I look for the patterns and the trends.
Okay.
And the patterns and the trends have shown that second round it's always a run of running backs.
Sure.
And when I look at y'all team, y'all gonna go out and get that offensive lineman. Great. You know what I'm saying? But I think that you can still obtain that lineman because the depth in the second round for defensive linemen and cornerbacks, like those DBs, is going to be higher. So you're going to see that and running backs come off the board. There are a lot of teams that need running backs, man, and I'm just pointing it out to you, in terms of saying that, hey, y'all can take the lineman, but that lineman that you're going to get is more than likely not going to come in and give you that added value or impact that you're looking for. Because the minute you take out Ezekiel Elliott, you're done anyway.
I want to scream at you so bad, but I got neighbors.
Listen, Voch. Listen, I'm telling you right now, man. This is one of the reasons why I called in, because I want to be able to have for us to collaborate, and we can talk about the draft, we can talk about the Lions, we can talk about the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm telling you, what I say sounds crazy until I'm able to have the full conversation openly for you to see it. And I'm telling you, you will start to realize, like, oh, okay, I see where he's coming from. Even if you don't agree, I'm cool with that. You'll at least understand where I'm coming from. I just looked at the Dallas Cowboys and I just said, hey, go out and get you a lineman, great. But I'll be watching Jeff Heath getting ran over by Carrion again. I'll be watching C.J. Anderson run through your defense again. So to me, those are areas I think that you definitely want to fix and take care of.
I disagree with a lot of people, but there's no way L.J. Scott goes in the third round. If he does, that team reaches. If that team reaches and another team reach on Jordan Scarlett in the third and another team reach on Alex Barnes in the third, then they deserve to let good players fall to me, and I expect to have a fantastic third round. I got more callers, Luke. Thanks for calling in, man.
Man, hey, appreciate it, man.
Yes.
Keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. I want to scream at Luke so bad. I want to scream at Luke so bad. But I got callers. Let's see who else up here. 916-415-704. What's up, man? 916, who this?
It's Nick. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, Nick? What you got for the show? Defend your draft opinion, Nick. I promise I won't scream at you.
All right. Well, I'm just looking at what the front office is doing so far, just what we've done in other drafts, and I'm thinking that there's almost no way that they're looking at offensive line so far. I don't think we have a single.
I totally agree.
Top 30
I totally agree in terms of what the front office may or may not do, because I have no idea what they may or may not do. I wish I could see the board, but I can't. But this is just basically my draft philosophy. Whether you think it's trash or not, then you'll tell me yours, and I'll basically tell you that I disagree. But go ahead.
Well, yeah. So I think that the plan is to let La'el Collins ride one more year, and I doubt that we re-sign him next year, and I'm kind of fine with that. I mean, he looked a little bit better with Colombo in there, but I mean, La'el's trash. Like we know he's barely hanging in there.
So let me ask you a question. If La'el is trash, why don't we want to fix that?
I think that we do want to fix it. I think that they're just willing to wait to fix it.
Luke, I'll tell you the answer, because fans don't value offensive line until their quarterback getting scraped off the grass and Adrian Claiborne is getting 6 sacks in one game. That's why, because people don't value offensive line. That's why, Nick. But go ahead, and I promise I'm not going to scream.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I mean I get you. I'm with you. I just I think that they're going to wait. I think they're going to see another year of Connor, and I honestly think that the plan is either to move him there and sign Looney for long term at guard, or to maybe put Fleming there and leave Williams at guard, one way or another.
I don't think Joe Looney is an adequate starter, but that's just my opinion. I think Joe Looney got exposed a little bit last year towards the end, and I think we're missing a lot when Joe Looney's on the field. Like, he's a really good stalemate guy, and he probably won't kill you, but we don't get a lot of movement with Joe. We're not really good with getting the second level that well with Joe. You know what I mean? Joe can move on like those big like tunnel screens and shit like that, but like getting the linebackers or whatever, or just like moving guys, those nasty combos where movement's involved, I'm not really a fan of Joe Looney there. Plus, Ndamukong Suh picked him up, placed him somewhere, and like walked straight past him in the playoffs or whatever, and that's just not good for me.
I get you. I mean, I think obviously we have two holes in our line right now,
sure.
And Williams is a question mark, and Collins is not not long-term adequate, but again, he's on the deal for whatever $9 million or something for this year, and then he's done after that. And I just don't see him re-signing him. But I think that there's a good chance that we're looking at O-line in the first round of next year's draft when we have a first-round pick. That's my thought.
It's just so interesting, and I would love to get people's thinking and philosophy on why we want to go super at every other position, but we're okay here at offensive line, so I'll just leave it there. And some people say it's because I played offensive line. That's not the case. I just remember every time Dallas has been great, the offensive line was great. You know what I'm saying? I was born.
I played offensive line too. So
salute to you, sir. You. Salute to you, family. Salute to you. I was born in '92. I wasn't around for those Cowboys, but I heard that offensive line was pretty damn fantastic. You know what I mean? The 2014, 2016 offensive line, boy, when those guys were good, we was firing, and we were a fantastic offense. Why are we so okay with mediocrity at offensive line, but we just want to upgrade the shit out of the second running back that's only going to get 15 carries? I want to upgrade the shit out of the safety that's only going to see only so much coverage going in his direction because he's the safety. I just don't understand. I don't understand.
I mean, if we take a running back before the fourth round, I'll probably break a remote throne in my
I'll be
living room.
Pissed. But it's not about the Cowboys. It's about what these fans are thinking. And that's what I don't understand.
Oh, it's purely because people watch the Patriots and go, well, they have 3 or 4 running backs and they're all decent, so we need to have 3 or 4 running backs.
And I feel you. But we're not the Patriots. And the only reason I'm talking in this voice is to keep from screaming. I feel you. It's insane.
I hear you. I yell at Cowboy fans all the time about we need this, we need that, we want. I mean, look, people play too much fantasy and Madden. All right, that's what it comes down to.
You damn right.
But
you damn right. What else you got?
I mean, in this draft though, I think unless Cody Ford falls to 58, we're not grabbing an offensive lineman at 58. We're gonna probably look at either safety or D line, whatever. Best player or tight end even. If Sternberger's there, we might grab Sternberger.
I'll be pissed if we got Sternberger at 90. Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. I got some more callers, Nick. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Take care, fam.
Oh man, I gotta use this voice to keep from screaming. I don't want to scream. Let's see. 478. Who this?
What's up, Voch? It's Brazilian Skills, man. What's going on?
What's happening, man? What you got for the show, Brazil?
Just a casual Falcons fan passing by, just to address a little point. It seems like our fan bases love shiny nickels.
They love them.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about the Falcons getting Ed Oliver when our run defense is shit, and we're gonna add a guy that's 285 pounds soaking wet to play next to Grady Jarrett, who's already 6 foot and barely 300. Shit is crazy out here, man.
Shiny nickel is a great way to say it, man. There are still Cowboys fans that want to draft like receivers and shit. After signing Randall Cobb or whatever, and after bumping everybody down the depth chart one time, re-signing Tavon Austin. Like, where would you play this guy? Where would you play the backup running back for more than 13 snaps? You know what I mean? I don't mind drafting safety. I don't mind defensive tackle, but I think there are certain places in the draft where players are better. You know what I mean? And I've taken all of that into consideration. And man, taking an offensive line first and a safety second and a damn D tackle like third and a running back next, like that makes sense to me. Makes plenty of sense to me. But nobody wants to draft offensive linemen until their quarterback getting scraped off the grass and Adrian Claiborne getting 6 sacks. But
and Matt Ryan and the Falcons learned that shit the hard way. Boy, you know how terrible it was having Wes Schweitzer as our starting guard?
Man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Man died every fucking possession. Every single possession. Every time we ran outside zone, Fletcher Cox blew that shit up.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wasn't no problem. 3-0 loss.
And then, like, since you said that too, that's another great point. If you ask Cowboy fans what they were worried about week 1 through 17, we would always say D-line on the other team. We would always say the other team's 3-tech, whether it be Grady Jarrett or Fletcher Cox or Sheldon Rankins or Sheldon Richardson or Calais Campbell. Yeah, right. We were always worried about that guy. We weren't worried about receivers. We weren't worried about, running backs, tight end. We weren't worried about nothing but the damn 3-tech. Let's make the offensive line undefeatable. Let's build that damn infinity gauntlet and not have to worry about it. But they don't want to listen.
And another thing about safeties, I mean, there's not many safeties in this draft that are, in this particular draft, that are just going to come out here and tackle Kerryon Johnson in the open field. If you think Darnell Savage is that guy, you're sadly mistaken. Juan Thornhill as well. I mean, these aren't big guys. These are lighter, faster, strong safeties.
That's a fantastic point now that I think about it. That's a fantastic point.
I mean, there's no – I mean, why not? If you really like safety and you really think Jeff Heath is a piece of shit for some reason that I haven't figured out yet, because I know playing the Falcons, he's just a nuisance. He used to just piss me off.
I think
just making plays for no fucking reason. The shit was dumb.
I think Jeff Heath. Which
is good for you guys.
I think he's fantastic, but some people think Jeff can't play. I think good luck finding a damn strong safety that can cover tight end and can play range. And can tackle in the box.
That gets paid as much as he does.
That gets paid nothing. Good luck finding that guy. People talking about George Iloka. Luke G said that George Iloka was a small upgrade over Heath. George can't cover. And George don't have range. So George ain't better than Jeff Heath. George ain't taking Jeff Heath's spot. George gonna be sitting on the bench just like he was in Minnesota. Y'all want to answer me that question? Since y'all love George Iloka so much, where was he at in all 13 of his snaps last year in Minnesota? Playing special teams? Please.
Speaking of the Falcons and the Cowboys, do we even need to mention what the fuck happened? Claiborne's bum ass, 6 sacks. Claiborne's bum ass. Are we kidding?
Claiborne ran into Chaz Green on a really bad day, but Claiborne will never do that shit again. So, but I feel you. I feel you, bro.
That's the thing, though. If you draft a guy in the second round, you don't got to worry about it next year. You can go get your safety. Maybe he'll turn out to be Derwin James. Isn't it better to have a quality offensive lineman and Derwin James than to have Juan Thornhill and some other average lineman?
Man, you talking all the sense in the world, boy. Keep going.
This is a deep lineman class. At 58, you guys can get damn near close to a first-round talent.
You can
safeties, not so much.
You can
tight end, not so much.
You can
running back. I don't even know what the fuck is wrong with that person.
I think Elgin Jenkins at 58 would be a fantastic pick. But
Travis Frederick can't live forever, bro.
He can't, fam. I feel you on that. Hey, this was a fantastic call, Brazilian X. I ain't gonna hold you, fam. That's a fantastic call. That's all you got?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, peace out, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right, cool, bro. Me and Dan doing a live stream for 3 days of the draft, so tune in, fam.
You already know I'm there, man. Take it easy.
There you go. Boy. That was a fantastic call. I ain't gonna lie. Boy, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I dropped a video on how trash Xavier Su'a-Filo and Cameron Fleming was, and it seems like people get so caught up in their opinion that even when facts come into play, even when you show them facts, they'll go, "Oh well, yeah, well, you right this time, but I ain't gonna." You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm showing you how bad they were in the Saints game, or how bad they were in the Eagles game, or how bad they were in the Colts game. Oh, we gonna keep Su'a-Filo. We gonna keep him. All right, cool. Okay, cool. All right, straight. You got it. 256. What's happening? Who this?
What's good, Voch?
Man, Doski Woski, my dude.
It's Nick, man.
What's up, Nick? What you got for the show?
Straight out of Alabama, man.
What's
I've been
good?
feeling everything you've been saying as far as this O-line situation, bro.
Yeah.
Like, first off, Travis Frazier has a situation that he's going to be dealing with for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And then, like I told you, everybody banking on him coming back being, like, and it's killing me. Everybody expecting this man to come back and just be a Greek god like he was, first off. And first of all, we just had injury with Zach last year as far as his leg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Cody getting bigger, and I like that Cody getting stronger, but Cody is just in his second year.
Yeah.
Lyle, you've been pointing out all year. He's been playing like a butt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
and it's like,
Tyron back
we
hurt.
draft O-line right now, like how you say security with O-line right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's sold up.
Yep.
So we're going to run it down their throat. Because they can't stop Zeke. I'm like this. You can draft a running back. Look, like, and they keep talking about safety. We found the Xavier in the 7th round. They let you know that, man, you can – don't nobody look in the roads in the concrete.
Damn.
The little dude that you don't look at, don't nobody look at. I guess don't nobody come up. Tom Brady was a GOAT, and he came in the 6th then. And we ain't talking about quarterback, but still just players that come in later rounds. We don't think about them dudes.
Damn.
We don't think about the sleeper pick.
What it is, Nick, and I think Cowboy fans in general, and I ain't going to say everybody because I know it's a lot of educated Cowboys fans. A lot of them watch my channel. That's the reason why they are so educated. But I think people don't study enough. You know what I mean? Like, I think like some beat writer will get on Twitter and say, oh, I like Thornhill. And that'll make them say, damn, I like Thornhill. But if you do your research, Savage is great. Hooker is great.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys can play and they can do some of the same. Like, I saw this one guy that was talking about, yo, Voch, I want Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to come in and play free safety. I say, why you say that? Cause he good. But if you watch the film on Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, he's really a nickel corner.
They fall in love with names.
He's a nickel corner.
This dude might not even fit your scheme of what you trying to do, but you want him.
Sure.
This dude ain't never played our defense. This dude ain't never played any form of our offense. Damn. He will get in there. I'm talking about dumb dog. He ain't gonna know what to do. But you want to drop him because, he was good in college. He did this in college. Oh, he did that in college.
You want to know something that's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings? When they realize Jeff Heath actually got range and can cover, and a lot of these safeties and a lot of these safeties in the draft really ain't got a lot of range and can't cover as well.
Look, you know what hurt a lot of dudes' feelings when they said white man can't jump. Can't white dudes jump?
They can jump. Because I done seen Jeff lead this team in interceptions.
Look, Jeff Heath can play safety. Okay, then.
Hey, look,
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, look, I done seen Jeff Heath lead the damn team in interceptions. I seen him do it.
Thank you. And that's what I'm saying. Then we didn't add it. Like, my thing, we didn't add it at safety. And my thing is, like I told you, Xavier just showed we can go get a safety. We draft with I'm just look at it. We draft.
Sure.
So my thing is, you're going to sit there and go for the big name when you can get you somebody that's secure what you specifically need. And I don't understand. And I'm like, man, you going to get this boy to go sit on the bench.
Sure.
But Jeff ain't just going to give up his seat.
Sure. I see a lot of people in the chat box saying he can't tackle. He wouldn't start if he couldn't tackle. Come on now.
Thank
like
you.
He'll
This is the NFL, my guy.
Let's
see some of y'all get in there and tackle.
He'll probably.
And that's what made me so funny. The main people that be talking, man, if they had to get in the same situation right now, they couldn't do it.
Look, I done seen Byron miss tackles. I done seen Xavier Woods miss them. Cheeto then ran with somebody and not tackled him. You know what I'm saying? Van Der Esch ain't tackled nobody in the last game of the season. So why are we not hating on them, man? I think people just want to get Jeff Heath out the paint for the sake of getting Jeff Heath out the paint. But I just really want to sit back.
I'm going to ask you this.
What's up, bro?
And I don't mean to say that. But do you think we should go deep? I feel like we should go with the second round. I feel like we should go O-line.
Okay.
Then we should go D tackle. I feel like we should even wait out on safety.
I'm fine with that. Because honestly, the best friend for any safety is a pass rush and a good offense. You know what I'm saying? Like if we get points on the board and make teams play from behind, and our pass rush can like pass rush, then we'll probably get turnovers. Because the other team is throwing the ball more. You know what I'm saying? So.
And then I'm going to say it like this, how the 76ers is in basketball. I know this is off the topic, but trust the process. Sure. We still got young guys in our secondary that are still maturing. Folks don't understand this. They expect these dudes to come in and be like, and even though they're in their second and third year, man, these dudes are progressing and doing great. Each year, each person is making progress. And it's like we don't look at that. We ready to throw them off the bridge as soon as they not make a play. When we got other defenses out here that can't do squat, diddly nothing.
Sure. I totally agree, man. Hey, you ain't said nothing wrong yet, famo. You ain't said nothing wrong, but that's all you got. You good?
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, man.
Fantastic call, man. Salute to you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
I just saw in the chat box or whatnot somebody say, well, Jeff Heath missed 21 tackles. And somebody came in and said, well, Van Der Esch missed 15. Special K say, but he a rookie. He's a starter. Special K is what that means. And you know, he tackles people. His job is a linebacker. He's supposed to tackle people. So I'm not trying to push Van Der Esch off a bridge, but I'm not trying to push Jeff Heath off a bridge neither. So you know, it just is what it is on that. Plus, Jeff Heath played more snaps than Van Der Esch. I mean, shit happens. Brazilian X drop 5 in the Super Chase say, confuse me. If Lael and 2 to 3 guards is trash, Connor's not cheeks, but I'm listening. Frederick's off an injury and Smith got back issues. Isn't that a need? We got a lot of injuries and a lot of question marks on our offensive line. I totally agree, famo. Totally agree. Brandon, what's happening, man?
What's happening, Voch?
What you got for the show, brother?
Man, I'm gonna start off, man. Wherever the last dude was from, man, I'm putting together some stuff on my podcast social media page. You know what I'm saying? I told you about that, man. My co-host sitting here fawning over dude's voice, man. This ain't right, man.
He's from Alabama, I think he said he was.
My co-host is female.
But I see that ain't your wife or your girl is, because it sound like she's sound like she wants somebody to pay her rent real quick, dog. You better get her. You better get her.
I ain't tricking on nothing, but I ain't tricking on nothing. Man.
I got you, player.
But look, this one I'm at.
Yeah.
This one I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you know I'm on the same page with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm of the opinion that I think we should draft a right tackle, not a left guard.
Okay.
Because I want to see Connor more at guard.
Okay.
But I think that cornerback is a sneaky need, because
I agree.
Year or two we are losing a lot of guys.
Sure.
So I'm actually of the opinion of bringing in more corners as opposed to trying to get more safeties, because I think that between Heath and Aloka and maybe some other free agent guys, you know, the scouts can really evaluate that talent but well.
Sure.
I think that bringing in more cornerbacks in the draft is the better idea.
Just in case we don't pay Byron, and I don't think we pay AB, I think we'll be.
I'm kicking Byron off the bridge like 300, man.
That hurt, dog.
He is the guy.
Damn,
He's
G,
the guy that's out of here.
Damn, dog. I might hang up on you for that. Damn, I'm listening though.
Look, man, look.
I'm gonna listen to your story, and I'm trying not to scream, and I'm using this voice so I won't have to scream. But why you want to kick Byron Jones off the bridge, fam?
Purely for money.
But you want to pay?
Also,
so you want to pay Zeke?
Yeah, I want to pay Zeke. I want to pay Zeke this offseason, so that way he could be gone by the time he's 28.
You paying this man to kick him out later? You shiesty, man. You's an Indian giver, thief. You damn.
Indian giver.
You a damn. You crook. Why you want to give Zeke money just to plan on kicking him out later? What kind of shit is that? Just let him go now. If you plan it, just let him go now. If you want him gone later.
No, he too young, too good, and it's clearly.
Is Byron Jones not young and good?
Byron Jones ain't phenomenal. He ain't Zeke. Zeke is phenomenal.
How about this?
Byron Jones ain't phenomenal.
How about this? Let's play swear to God. Like, is it easier to find a running back or is it easier to find a good ass corner?
On my mama, it's easier to find a better running back.
You better stop it. You
swear to God, I'm gonna pull out the on my mama.
You better not put that on your mom. If it's easier to find a running back, won't you just keep the gangster you got at corner and go get a new running back? I mean, doesn't that make sense to you?
Exactly.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Let her talk. Let her talk. You be a gentleman. You let her talk.
No. I am the caller here.
What's your name, ma'am? Ma'am, what's your name? Ma'am, what's your name?
I'm Benny.
Okay, Miss Okay, Benny, tell us about your running back opinion because it sounds like you kind of sort of on the side of not letting Byron Jones go because we finally get a damn corner that can play. Because I remember the days when we didn't have corners that couldn't play, when damn Morris Claiborne was falling all over the place and Brandon Carr was making too much money. We finally get some cornerbacks that can play. Now you want to push our cornerbacks off a bridge. I'm talking to Benny. Go ahead, Miss Benny.
No, I wouldn't do that. I would definitely go out there and try to get your up and coming running back. I definitely wouldn't do that.
Hold on. So you trying to draft a running back and keep Byron, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm raising my hand. Is it my turn?
Yeah, of course, but that's okay. Look, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so I know.
Oh, okay. Oh, Miss Benny, you gotta go. All right, you gotta go, Brandon. Brandon. Okay, so Pete.
All right,
okay, so
back on me.
Yeah,
All right,
okay, go ahead, Brandon. My bad. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
But no, the reason I'm not too privy about the running back, over the past week or two, week and some change, I've been watching all of these running backs. And what I did is, in order to confirm all of my views,
Sure.
I went back and watched running backs from the past 3 years, in college, of course, when they were draft prospects.
Okay.
I am not as sold on this running back class as I was beyond a week ago, because if you look back, guys that were drafted in the mid rounds in previous years would debatably be the best guy in this year. If Samaje Perine was coming out this year, he'd be hands down the best running back. I feel like Josh Jacobs is now a not as good Samaje Perine. If Alvin Kamara were coming out this year, he'd easily be the best back. You have so many of those mid-round talent guys, but nobody is as good as they were previous years.
I agree.
So I'm actually kind of out on the running back talk right now.
I agree, but the luxury that we have is that we don't need a gangster at running back this year because we got a gangster at running back this year. We're only looking for a backup running back. Even if that's the case, I think Rock Armstead can play. I think if anything happened to Zeke, if he punch another DJ in the mouth, if he if he get hurt or whatever, knock on wood, I got a brand new big ass wooden table. If anything happened, I think a guy like Rock Armstead can come in and play for Zeke if something happens to Zeke. You know what I mean? He's not gonna be Zeke or Saquon Barkley or Alvin Kamara or nothing like that, but he can come in and give you snaps like James Conner. I mean, I'm not taking Benny's side because the Steelers are trash, but James Conner just came on it. The Steelers are trash, and AB got CTE, and he damn bipolar. James Conner doesn't have all the traits, but he has traits that Pittsburgh needs to be successful. And I think there's a lot of running backs that can be there for you in Dallas.
Possibly, but I kind of take what Emmitt Smith said this on NFL Network a while back. Remember when he got hurt and the backup had to come in back then? That backup guy could be good for a certain amount of time, and we saw this kind of with James Conner. After a while, you're going to start to see who he really is.
Then we'll cross that road when we get there. You know what I don't want? You know how the Eagles got 6 corners that they rotate, but don't none of them start because ain't none of them good like that? You know what I'm saying?
True.
How they just got 6 guys on their team trying to figure it out? We finally got 2 corners that I think can play. Both of them I think can play at a high level. And nothing make my teeth whiter than saying the words, we got 2 good corners. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think I can find you a running back.
Use them while you got them.
I think I can find you a running back. Boy. Plug your podcast and any other social media, and I guess Benny can plug her stuff too, I guess, Pittsburgh.
All right, well, the podcast is the Frankly Football Podcast.
The what?
Spot for any.
The what?
The Frankly Football Podcast.
Who the hell is Frank?
It means Frankly, man.
Frankly. Frankly Football Podcast. Okay, cool. My bad. Go ahead. I thought you. Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you said Frankly.
We recording weekly. Episodes drops 1 a week for right now. May increase in frequency as the league goes on.
Okay.
And follow me on Instagram _KingOfHearts _
Bruh.
You gonna plug yourself? What you gonna do?
Bruh, what?
What you gonna do?
Everybody can follow me on social media. My first name is spelled ABENI. Last name is OTERIH. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram.
That's a
We
long
always post our hot takes.
That's a long name. I'm not just trying to be giving y'all free plugs out there. Y'all gonna have to pay for this once I end the show. You know what I mean?
Hey man, if the outlet right there, I'm gonna plug it in.
I'm kidding. All right, appreciate it, y'all. Get off my phone.
All right.
Oh
Peace.
man. I try to help everybody where I can, man. Anyway, I just can't let Pittsburgh Steelers fans be out here just talking. You know what I'm saying? Can't let them do it. Anyway, this a cool little show. I'm probably about to get the hell up out of here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. I wanted to give y'all an opportunity to present y'all's draft philosophy and maybe potentially change my mind a little bit. Y'all didn't. Y'all didn't at all. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It is what it is. Shouts out to Uncle Dave Alexander, though, man. He dropped a dime in the super chat before he left. I don't even know if he left. He probably just listened in the background and walked off or something like that. But salute to you dropping that dime up in there. Shouts out to E2 Blue. I saw him in the chat box as well. Y'all go check his channel out. Give him a sub. He's going to be dropping a mock draft Thursday at 9 o'clock. If y'all the type that like mock drafts, y'all can go check that out or whatnot. And besides that, I mean, that's it. So y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peace Whiskey, all right? Peace. Salute. I'm gone. Holla at you. DeQuante said, drop her link. Y'all terrible. Peace, y'all.